Bugs are everywhere. And if you have an inflammatory gut condition like IBS, diverticulitis, colitis, ulcerative colitis, they're likely in your gut. In fact, medical science now corroborates that. In 2021, there was a PubMed study from a doctor who specialized in treating ulcerative colitis. He tested 147 of his patients with ulcerative colitis, and over 80% of them tested positive for parasites. It's something that he had suspected for a long time. And I'm Julia Loggins, a gut coach and colon therapist of over 40 years. I'm not a doctor, but I have specialized in treating inflammatory gut issues for the last 4 decades. And from the beginning of my practice, it was clear that bugs, bacteria, and parasites had a lot to do with recurring health conditions. So what can you do about that? How do you prevent them? How do you treat them? Number one, prevention. It's very likely that if you have an inflammatory gut condition, you don't have enough hydrochloric acid in your stomach. HCl, hydrochloric acid, is what prevents bugs, bacteria, and parasites from getting all the way through your digestive tract to your colon. And if you don't have enough of it, then they just go on through. It's like a red carpet for bugs. So start taking a digestive enzyme with hydrochloric acid at the end of your meals, especially if you're eating something like sushi. You don't want to eat sushi without having a digestive enzyme with hydrochloric acid on board. Super important. And if you don't have one you love, try my enzyme energy. It's made for people with sensitive bellies. And then number 2, you can do a parasite cleanse. My Bugs Be Gone formula has been very effective for my clients for the last 10 years. It is berberine and grapefruit seed extract, the most powerful, potent, gentle, and well-tolerated formula that I have ever found. You don't have to change your diet or do a fast to use it. You can just add it to whatever you're doing. And my clients, especially those with inflammatory gut conditions, usually will do a parasite cleanse at least a couple of times a year. And then, yes, you can have your doctor test you for parasites. However, please be aware that most local labs test for a very small number of bugs, bacteria, and parasites. And the labs that test for a very broad range, the more exotic labs, are expensive. So you may choose just to do a parasite cleanse instead. And that would mean doing my Bugs Be Gone formula along with Happy Gut Cleanse, because you just want to keep things moving in your gut, especially if you're doing a parasite cleanse. And you want to be following my diverticulitis diet because you want to eliminate as much as possible wheat, sugar, processed foods, dairy, corn, soy, all the things that bugs love to eat. Now, if you have raging out of control cravings, you may also have candida, which is a bacteria that we all have inside us, but it becomes out of balance just from stress. And yes, sugar, alcohol, and antibiotics can also create an overabundance of candida, but stress can throw off the pH in your body. And then you want to add my Yeast Be Gone formula to your program along with the diverticulitis diet. If you have any questions, if you're overwhelmed, if you're confused, book a coaching call. You're not in this alone.